Okay, so this is going to be lesson 3 of the Cybertron workshop. This is really this is, I'm doing this because I'm doing this video challenge, trying to make videos throughout the month. And right now I'm just trying to, this week I'm just focusing on actually making videos. I think in the subsequent weeks I'm going to actually have goals for what I'm trying to do in each video, like whether it's putting on YouTube and adding like thumbnails, trying to do that whole thing. We'll see. But anyway, so that's just the little intro. And so here again, lesson 3 is just a little bit more practice with map, filter, and reduce. And I think from lesson 4 on, the problems get a little bit more complicated. So here the aim is to use this full name function. You don't have to use it everywhere, but we'll use it in a couple of the first ones. So our first problem is to map over this list of rock stars and transform the list into objects that have a full name property. This could probably be a little bit more descriptive, being that I'm the one who wrote it or copied it. I could probably change it to be a little bit more explicit, but here we need to just take this. We'll take the star. We need to map it. Since we're wanting to keep this on a single line, and we're wanting to turn it into an object, if you just do this, it expects you to return like a function, like a return or the body of the function. So to keep it on one line, you can do this and then this, and then we'll put the brackets in an array. That's just shorthand for saying that this is a one-line return of an object. I think that's the right way to say that. And so here we just want to turn this into we want a full name property with the concatenated star dot first and star dot last. And then we need to, for the second argument, pass the stars. Okay, so one test is passing. And then filter is straightforward. We'll filter the star, and we will just return star. Use filter to filter list of rock stars that are still alive. Star dot alive and stars. So that's simple enough. Our filter function is just saying, let's take the star, like for each star in the stars array. So it's going to go through Elvis, is he alive? Nope. Jim Morrison, is he alive? Nope. Bob Dylan, is he alive? Yes. And Buddy Holly, is he alive? No. So there are tests that are running to show this, or to evaluate this. So, and then here for reduce, we want to count the number of stars that have passed. So we will say reduce takes in the accumulator and the star, and then for count the number if not star dot alive, accumulator +1, else accumulator starting value is 0, and then we will pass the stars as the array. Okay, so now we have 3 passing. And then this last one, frankly, this should just be changed to read use map, filter, or reduce. So use map and filter with compose, or use reduce. So I'll show this one's also, unfortunately, kind of, the test is very specific. So I'll show the reduce example first. And so the qualification for this is to filter to only the stars that are alive, and we want to show a string. We want a string of the names of stars that are still alive. So we only have one star that's alive. So the reduce will work in many ways for this. So accumulator star, and then if the star is alive, we want the concatenated first and last, star dot first and star dot last, else the accumulator. And so here you could do an empty string, or just a string, and then pass the stars, and that will pass the tests. So it's just concatenating this string. But what if we change others to be true as well? That wouldn't work, because I mean, obviously this is because the test is expecting one answer, so that's why it's failing. But it wouldn't work, and I was working on it some other ways, and I think this is all kind of JavaScript specific. But you can pass an object, you can pass an array, you can pass probably let's see, undefined work. So really this is just anything for the initial value, because we're just returning that one string. So it's kind of odd, but so that's using reduce. And then if we want to use compose, we can do return compose, and then so our last function, since we're going to filter by alive first, our last function is going to be map of star and do star dot first and star dot last. Our first function is going to be filter star dot alive, and then we'll pass the stars array there. So that's how to use compose. And then just again for reference, pipe, and I'm doing this more for myself, but pipe is the reverse of compose outside of where the array goes that you're passing in and looping, or in running these functions over. So it would just be filter first, and then and these are probably generic enough that it might not really matter what order they're in. Oh, that was, because pipe is not important. Yeah, so that's just the reverse of you flip the order of your functions that you're passing the array through. So yeah, that's how to use some more examples of map, filter, and reduce.